Hi guys, so I'm following on from yesterday. Remember I was there at my story. Well, why am I fasting? So by the way, I've changed my on this video. I'm going to change my thumbnail because yesterday's thumbnail said how will I lose 10 kilogram in 14 days? But today's thumbnail is going to read how will I lose 14 kilogram, which is 30 pounds, in 10 days? Okay, so because I've sat down and calculated a little bit. I made a calculation, and what I found was um, today is the third day of my full fasting, right? Full fast is only water and a little bit of coffee. I had 2 cups of coffee today, this morning, and that kept me going the whole day until now. Actually, I feel a little bit um, right now I feel a little bit woozy, but otherwise not bad. So the reason I changed my thumbnail and my calculations is because I found that I went into the one meal a day intermittent fasting after the new year. When Angel and me were in Bangkok recently, we had one meal in 2 days. It was a hot pot buffet for 550 baht, which was too much, and wasn't there a good hot pot either. The one near here is much better. I want to go there once I end this fast. But the point is that by doing the intermittent fasting alone, I already lost from basically 100 kilo down to 95 kilo, 5 kilos. I lost 5 kilos, mostly for intermittent fasting. And in the last 3 days, hey, let's see, what am I on now? Oh shit, I cannot show you guys. Let me try and see if I can. Well, I'm now 90, 90, 90, wait, what the, oh yeah, I'm wearing clothes again. Oh, yeah, that's why. So anyway, earlier when I was totally naked, I weighed myself 93 and a half, 93.4. Now I just put on a shirt and pants, so I'm a little bit heavier. So so in the last 3 days, I basically lost 1 kilo a day, right? So what I'm thinking is, I have a friend coming next week from China, my friend Dan. Hey Dan, if you're watching. So possibly he might come here to Pattaya, or I may go there to see him in Bangkok. Either way, we'll probably end up drinking a few beers, and so it won't strictly break my fast if I just drink beer, but I won't be able to drink too much after let's say we meet on next Wednesday. Right now it's Saturday. I've been fasting 3 days. Tomorrow, Sunday, will be 4, then Monday 5, then Tuesday 6, and Wednesday will be 7, right? So and I'm planning to lose. And then I had my basically 3 days of intermittent fasting since Bangkok. So that's 10 days, and I've lost. I'm now 93. And then if tomorrow, I should be able to lose about 1 kilo, let's say Sunday, 1 kilo Monday, 1 kilo Tuesday, 1 kilo Wednesday. That's 4 more kilos down. So I should be under 90. I should be 89 by Wednesday. 80, I could be more. I could, but once you're ketosis, I think I'm now going into ketosis. Once that kicks in, you could lose 1.5 kilos. So if I lose if I go tomorrow, I'm planning to take a walk, go to the mall with Angel to buy her some foods, maybe some noodles and whatever we can find there. We have to see. But so potentially I could be, by Wednesday I could be down. If it's Thursday, I'm pretty sure I will be down by 12 to 14 kilogram, depending how I'm losing. If I get a bit more active. If I get more active, I just started walking every day now. Let's say 30 minutes walk. I'm pretty sure I'll be down to 86. I started on 100, and I'm I'll be down to 86, pushing 87. So that's about 14 kilos. That's about 30 pounds. Okay. So that's how my mind is working right now. It's a little bit rushed, but I think I can do it in 10 days. So guys, let's see how near I can get to 86 over till Wednesday. I think with a little bit of luck, I could be 88. With more luck, I could be 87, or with the most luck, I could be 86. Depends on if I walk and do a little bit of exercise, maybe a few push-ups. Yesterday, as we got cut off, right? If you watched the video I made yesterday, I was telling you guys I was doing a fast because my master, the Japanese ninja, Mario Kagawa, he ordered me to burn myself, to burn my arm with a candle. And then I didn't eat for 12 days, right? So I came out of the bathroom and I put a candle on my arm, and I had only the first match died, so I had only one match left, and I just like, and it was going boom, 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 and then it was burning, and so I managed to light the candle, and I was sitting there. So I was sitting in a meditation position well, I only had tatamis, right? I was sitting on this tatami mat, in a meditation. I got my arms together, both of them together, like in front of my tummy in a meditation position, with the candle balancing on my left arm here, like this, balancing on my left arm. And then, of course, I could feel the flame of the candle here near, on in my ribs. But then I sat there for like, I don't know, 5 minutes, and the candle, I guess, was burning. And then I felt a sharp pain, got a shock, and I guess it was the hot wax running down on my arm. And then I started sweating. I was like panicking, I was like, shit, that fucking hurt. And I was thinking, oh man, I can't even take the pain of the hot wax. How am I going to stand the pain once the candle is burned down into my flesh? So I was really panicking. I was like, man, I'm not gonna make this, right? I was fucking sweating. And I thought to myself, what can I do here? So then I remember a technique that I saw it in somebody taught me that, but I have to think about who taught. But anyway, the point was, there's a technique where you put your fingers together, right? It's like this. Then you grab it there. And then, okay, wait. Let me try to find the best way. Okay, so it's like this. Then these two fingers, so you grab those, your small fingers. Your two middle fingers, you put to fuck. Sorry guys, no. You can see I haven't eaten for 3 days. It's like this, and then it's like this. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. So basically, it's like this. It looks like this, right? So you pull the two front fingers together. You put these two ring fingers together. So it stands up like this, and you put it. Remember the candle is burning here on my forearm. So I did this. It's called a mudra, right? Mudra. This is a mudra. There are many mudras in the world. So there are many kinds of mudras. So this is a very strong mudra. So especially when you're panicking and you feel pain and you need to calm yourself down, I can recommend this mudra, guys. If you ever want to, and you sit there and you're balancing the candle, and then boom, I could feel and I started breathing. There's a very great, wonderful, amazing technique of breathing. So you breathe down into your dantian, or your, like my master used to call it, kokoro. Kokoro is Japanese. Kokoro. Or in Chinese, call it dantian. So you would breathe through your nose, as slowly as you can, push it, push all. Don't breathe in your chest. This should never move. Like you see, look, if you breathe normally, this is what happens, right? Your chest expands, but if you breathe into your dantian or your kokoro, like my master would say, you breathe like this. You can put a finger there to test yourself right there. You put it there and you go. This isn't moving. This isn't moving. You breathe in about 7 seconds. Then you hold and you release a little bit of air because otherwise the pressure on your brain is maybe too big. So you release a little bit like that. And then you slowly exhale for 10 seconds. Okay? Okay, I've already exhaled actually while I'm talking to you guys, so sorry about that. But let me demonstrate that again. So you exhale everything. So I was doing this technique, of course, and I suddenly my mind just kind of freed up, right? Freed itself up, and so when the flame started to hit my inner arm, my inner forearm, it started to just burn down, and I was just sitting there. I was just breathing. I didn't panic. I was just breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. I could smell the barbecue, right? The barbecue from my flesh. I was rising up to my nostrils, and I could smell the barbecue. But I was not perturbed. And in the end, I was just kind of like, okay. And I looked down, and the flame was just very small. It was basically burned out, right? So I just blew it out, got up. But then I made a big mistake. Actually, I was living the place I lived on the mountain side it was a hot spring, so it was the sulfur water, very stinky, smelly sulfur water. And I don't know why, but there was a little tub. I went fully in the tub, and this big wound, fresh wound, burn wound. I just sat under the water like this. I was just totally, I don't know. I was just totally not there. And I think I contaminated the wound a lot, obviously with sulfur and whatever was in the water, so that this thing started festering. This wound was massive, and it was really not good. It took weeks to heal, but that was that was an example of why. It's one of the reasons I would fast. Another time I was in the Shaolin Temple. And one night I walked down, we were up on the mountain, right? Our Kung Fu school. So that night I walked down the mountain, and I walked through the valley, down into, there's a tiny town at the, way down in the valley. So I went there to drink beer. I was sitting there drinking beer and until about midnight. And I walked back to our camp. And it was up in the mountain. There was no real. Okay, there was what they call the Dalin. Dalin is a huge, basically a cemetery, right? Huge graves, like little towers, right, rising up, some of them meters high. And I was walking past, and that was a shortcut. So I walked right past, but it had a big old fence around it with a big old gate. So I walked, and it was pitch dark, but at the gate there was a light. not a very strong light, but a light. So and it shone inside. And then I was like, wow! I stopped in front of the gate, and I looked, and I saw a figure, and I was like, what the hell is that? And I looked. Then I saw another one. Then I saw another one. It was like a whole group of guys hanging out in there, right? But they were ethereal. They were not real. They were not physical. They were not. It was not real. These were not real bodies, right? I stood there transfixed. I was transfixed. I just stood there for, I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour maybe, staring at these guys. They were moving around. It's like they were hanging out, having a little fucking get together. So that blew my mind. I was like, wow. The very next day, I went down to the abbot of Shaolin Temple, Shi Yongxing. He's a guy with a big old stomach, and whenever he saw me, he would burst out laughing. I don't know, for some reason, he thought I was very funny. And I asked him if I can have the key because it was locked, and he was the only one with the key. And if I could have the key for this graveyard. And he was laughing. He said, "Ah, you know, right? You know." And I go like, "Yes, I know." And he says, "Okay, come back tomorrow, or come back tomorrow," I think he said, and I will give you the key. So I was very happy. I was like, wow, I'm going to get the key, and then I'm going to go to Tallinn, the cemetery, and I'm going to sit in there at night. I want to sit the whole night with these ghostly figures that I saw. I was like, wow, this would be the most mind-blowing experience of my whole life. And I was like, wow, this is going to be great. And then I started getting a little bit nervous, right? I was thinking, fuck. I was looking forward to it, but I was also scared, you know. I mean, basically, I'm going to put myself in Tallinn is very old. It's over 1,000-year old. It's more than 1,000 years old, right? Or probably 1,500 years, 600 years old graveyard. And I saw these figures, and I saw these whatever they are, these spirits moving around, and so I was like, wow, that's going to be intense, right? So I thought to myself, okay, I better prepare. I said to myself, I'm going to do 4-day fasting, so but every single day I got up, you know, we had to get up like 5 in the morning, then run up the mountain, do it all day long. You do exercises, training, kung fu, weapons, tai chi chuan, everything, right? So I did that 4 days. The first 3 days I was like, okay, I had no food, and I was running up the mountain. But the fourth morning when I tried to get up, I just staggered, hit the wall, and I was just like, no. I just staggered back to bed, dropped down on the bed, and I couldn't get out of bed. I was just exhausted because I was full Shaolin training, 3 days in a row with no food. So I burned up all my energy, and then the fourth day I just stayed in bed. The next day I was like, okay, now I'm fucking ready. I'm gonna sleep the night in a ghost yard. So I went down to the temple again to see the abbot. When I got there, they told me he's gone on a trip. He's not here. I was like, no, because that was going to be basically my last day at Shaolin. So I was like, no, crazy. So and I had to leave the next day. So I never ever had the chance to spend the night in a 1,500-year-old graveyard with beings hanging out there. That is probably the only great regret, or one of my great regrets that I ever had in my life, guys. So yeah. But anyway, here I am. I'm on another fast. Nothing. I'm gonna try and lose 14 kilos, 30 pounds, 10 days. That's the goal. That is the goal, guys. I'm gonna be reporting almost every single day, guys. So please follow, subscribe, and join my journey. A ver, salud. Bye.